Last spring, coffee grounds killed 3 of my tomatoes. Same bed, same grounds. This year it's the best one I've got. Everything that rebuilt it is right here. Grounds, eggshells, a pile of dead leaves. Total cost, nothing. Last video I showed you the mistake, the crust, the burn, the blogs with their fake chemistry. Today, like I promised, the other half, the method, the exact way I brought that bed back. Maggie here, Zone 7, no affiliates, nothing to sell, just what worked in my own dirt. Quick one. Did a blog ever promise you results in 3 days? Tell me what you tried. I read everyone. Here's the deal. 5 steps, a couple of warnings, and the one move at the end that did the heavy lifting. And that one move, it's how the grounds finally fed the soil instead of choking it. Stick around for it. So, step 1. And it's the step nobody on YouTube wants to slow down for. Do not put raw grounds on your bed. Straight from the filter. They're not food yet, they're a problem. Fresh grounds carry caffeine and phenols. Those are mildly antimicrobial. They push back on the very life you're feeding. So you pre-compost. You let fungi eat the caffeine first. Then it's safe for the soil bacteria. Here's how. Mix your grounds with an equal pile of browns, shredded leaves, torn cardboard. Roughly 1 to 1. Grounds are the green, the leaves are the brown. Keep it damp, keep it loose for air. Give it a week, maybe 2. That's it. No turning every day. No thermometer, no fuss. Now, when you see white fuzz growing through it, do not panic, do not throw it out. That white web is fungal mycelium, it's the engine, breaking the caffeine down so the bacteria can move in. Most people see mold and toss the whole batch. They're throwing out the part that actually works. Raw grounds starve the soil for weeks. Colonized grounds feed it on day 1. Same coffee, different result. And keep that one move at the end in your back pocket. These grounds aren't going on top, you'll see. Step 2. How do you know it's ready? You don't watch the calendar, you use your nose. Ready grounds smell like a forest floor after rain. Earthy, sweet, clean. That smell has a name. It's geosmin, made by actinomycetes, the good soil bacteria. That smell is them telling you they moved in. If it still smells sharp, like fresh coffee, give it more time. Not done yet. And if it smells like ammonia or sour rot, too wet, not enough air, stir in more leaves, open it up. That's the whole test. Sharp coffee. Wait. Sour, fix it. Forest after rain, go. I know that sounds soft, just smell it. But your nose reads that soil chemistry faster than any chart. This is the part the 3-day miracle crowd skips. They can't wait 2 weeks, so they dump it raw. And then they wonder why their plants sulk. It's not the coffee, it's the timing. Get the smell right, and you've already beaten 90% of the advice out there. Now a warning, because this is exactly where it goes wrong for most folks. Even ready grounds, piled thick on the surface, dry into that water-repelling crust. The same crust that killed my tomatoes. A 1/4 inch, scratched into the top, that's the ceiling. Thicker than that, and you're back to square one. Thin layer feeds, thick layer suffocates. It's that simple, and it's that easy to get wrong. Like the video if you've ever dumped grounds straight on the bed. I did too, that's how I learned. Step 3. And this is where the grounds get a partner. Coffee's rich in nitrogen, but it's thin on calcium and potassium, the stuff that builds strong cell walls. So I pair it with crushed eggshells. Dry them, crush them fine. The finer you crush, the faster they work. Eggshells are almost pure calcium carbonate. Same mineral as garden lime, except mine's free, from breakfast. Now here's the honest part. Eggshells are slow. They will not fix blossom end rot overnight. Anybody selling you crush a shell, cure the rot today, they're lying. It breaks down over a whole season. But over that season, steadier calcium, firmer fruit, fewer rotted bottoms on the tomatoes. And blossom end rot is mostly a watering problem anyway. Uneven water locks the calcium out. So the shells help, but even watering helps more. Do both, and you've actually covered it. Coffee brings the nitrogen, shells bring the calcium. Together, they're closer to a real balanced feed. 2 kitchen scraps most people bag up and throw away, working as a team in the soil instead. Alright, a few myths to clear out, because the internet is loud about this one. Myth 1, the 3-day liquid gold drench, steep grounds in water for 3 days. Pour, instant miracle. A steep does pull out some soluble nutrients, but that's hours to overnight, not a magic 3-day brew. And use non-chlorinated water if you do it. Chlorine fights the very microbes you're trying to grow. It's a side dish, not the main meal. The real work happens in the soil, not the bucket. Myth 2, pour this on and thousands of worms show up in 72 hours. Now worms do come fast. Give them food in the dark and they'll migrate in within days. That part's real. I showed exactly that with the cardboard trick in another video. Links below, they show up to eat. But thousands of new worms in 3 days? That's breeding. And breeding takes weeks, not hours. Coming to dinner is fast. Raising a family is slow. Don't let a blog blur the two. Myth 3, coffee scrubs lead out of your soil. Its melanoidins bind iron and copper, not lead. Nice chemistry, wrong metal. Don't grow food in contaminated soil and call coffee your detox. It isn't. Okay, before the big one, 2 things that'll save your plants a lot of stress. First, when you switch to this, your plants might yellow a little for a couple of weeks. Don't panic. That's just the soil biology reorganizing around a new food source. It's normal. It passes. Most folks see yellow, panic, run back to the blue synthetic salts, and undo everything they built. Give it 2 to 4 weeks. The system settles and the green comes back deeper than before. Second, and this matters, not every plant wants coffee. Some of them actively hate it. Blueberries, azaleas, potatoes, acid lovers, coffee, and ash push them toward iron chlorosis. Yellow, sickly. Blueberries want real acidity, pH 4.5 to 5.5, and that comes from sulfur, not your grounds. Alright, the move I promised, the one that turned that dead bed into my best tomatoes. It's not on the surface at all. It goes in the planting hole underneath. Dig your hole. Drop a small handful of those colonized grounds right at the bottom. Then, and this is the whole secret, cover it with 1 to 2 inches of plain native soil. That dirt layer is the safety barrier. Tender roots never touch the concentrated grounds directly. No burn, no crust, just a slow nitrogen reserve sitting below, waiting for the roots to grow into it. By mid-season, when the plant's screaming for food, the roots reach it, right on time. That's it. Grounds on the bottom, soil blanket on top, seedling above that, the burn never happens. My neighbor watched me do it, tried it on her peppers, texted me a photo in July. She couldn't believe it. Save this one. Pull it up next time you've got a coffee pot and an empty planting hole. Same grounds that crusted over and killed my tomatoes last year, buried right, they rebuilt the bed. The grounds were never the enemy, the way I used them was. That's the whole video in one line. Let me run it back quick, so it sticks. 1. Colonize the grounds with leaves for a week or 2. Let the fungus eat the caffeine. 2. Nose test. Forest after rain means go, sharp coffee means wait. 3. Pair with crushed eggshell for slow calcium, thin on the surface only, never thick. 4. Expect a little yellow while it settles, and keep coffee away from the acid lovers. And the big one, bury it in the hole, under 2 inches of soil. That's where the magic actually is. If you only do one thing this weekend, do that. The buried handful. Start there. Free coffee grounds, free eggshells, free leaves. The whole method costs nothing but a week of patience. Coffee was the lesson this round. Next time, what actually worked when the bugs came for everything? I walked the Dollar Tree aisle and tested the cheap pest hacks the real way. A couple of them shocked me. That one's coming next. End screen tiles up. Tap it when you're done here. That tomato bed that broke my heart last spring? Best harvest on the block this year. Same dirt. What free kitchen scrap should I put to the test next? Drop it below. I read every one. Smart dollars, real gardens, verified receipts. I'm Maggie. See you in the next one.